Hey, what's up, guys? My bad. Smoking a bowl before it started. Didn't realize the camera was on. This is Chaotic TV. Life is chaotic with another podcast episode. Been a minute since I've done any of these. Been trying to stay motivated, positive with everything going on in life. Just a second. I realized. What the heck? Okay. I realized one of the PNGs was still up and it shouldn't be up. But it's been a minute since I've been doing this. I have full-time school, full-time father with my son, trying to look for a full-time job. Had one, just didn't work out. Been trying to do music, getting shows, stay active with everything with that. Released an album recently, May 1st. Trying to work on more music, do an EP, etc., etc. And so there's been a couple things popping up that I wanted to talk about. The first thing, like I have in the title and down in the pinned comment, is, are aliens real? And do we believe everything that we are seeing with all these videos and all these broadcasts and these segments and these articles being put out? Now, I find it quite interesting because it seems like a mass push, if not a high concentration in the idea or concept that they exist. Or maybe they're trying to distract us from something. Who knows until, 10 years later we actually find the truth, or maybe not. This has been a topic since, the 1950s, 1940s with Roswell. And over time, it has caught the attention of everyone worldwide. But it seems like a majority of Americans, when you see footage out there and it's from another country, China, South Korea, North Korea, I don't know. It's interesting comparatively. And you would think with cell phones and with computers, with everything that we have nowadays, if they did exist, or if the U.S. had UFOs, unidentified flying objects, in our possession, that we would know for sure, for a fact, that it would be out there. Now, you can look up aliens and UFOs on Google right now, and there's a lot coming up. Recently, there's been sightings in Vegas. They saw these beings in their backyard, supposedly. I'm going to try to play this real quick. But of course, there's going to be ads, so we got to keep that in mind. I should probably read the article first. Alright, let's let this go through.
Not everyone can handle a busy day blackout.
Oh, it popped up 2 ads. So that's not cool. It popped up one in the corner and on the video. So in case you mute the video, this one still pops up. Man, that's horrible. Let's see. Las Vegas family reported a crashed UFO and told police that they had seen 8 to 10 foot creatures that were 100% not human. Las Vegas police were watching a home that reported a tall, skinny alien creature with greenish color that was 8 to 10 feet tall in their background, I would say backyard, probably last month. Police body cams from officers in the area caught a glowing green light. Oh, okay. I guess that's what that is right there. I can zoom in on that for you guys. Interesting. Okay. After the initial contact with LVMPD, the family at the resident reported that they heard noises in their backyard and were afraid for their safety. We offered to put cameras up to ease their concerns. I see. So it says a video camera surveillance system with the wireless transmission link that I recorded at a home on May 19th must have been a mirage or a figment of my imagination if the Las Vegas police are to be believed. Oh, okay. Interesting. Anyways, so there's that. You can go up to all these articles. Not that I'm not believing it, but at the same time, that's just very broad. Okay, they saw something. Then the police caught something in the body cams. But with this, anytime you look into this conspiracy of aliens and you look back into it, if you really dive deep, there's always been speculation that there's going to be a fake alien invasion. Like, kind of like think Spider-Man with the drones with the projections, except it's going to be an alien invasion, supposedly. And it's to get everyone on the same side as far as religion or a one world government. Supposedly. It's all speculation. It's all conspiracy. Who knows? But then you got like Project Bluebeam, where, you know, you can find pictures of cities in the sky. And then, you know, pictures of like all these like supposed spaceships. TR-3Bs. Like if you look up TR-3B, which is what they mention in X-Files, which I found quite interesting in the last season. It's a TR-3B. Oh, it's also a car, huh? That's interesting. They have actual models of it now, supposedly. Now, this is supposedly, I forget what they called it, Project, not Slingshot, Pegasus? I think it was Project Pegasus. Let me see. Project Pegasus. Yeah. See, now it comes up with a conspiracy being Captain Marvel. Oh yeah, that is what is in Captain Marvel. Maybe that's why I thought of it. But previous to Captain Marvel, I do believe it was actually a black project. Like Hush Hush, nobody really knows about it. And then you can look up SPP. That's interesting. That's not what I was going to look up. Okay. Secret Space Project, SSP. Not much on it now. Interesting. You used to be able to look this up, and there was a bunch of conspiracies on the idea, the concept that they actually have secret bases underground on the moon, other places out in the middle of the ocean that are actually installations that have communications with aliens. And now there's a guy that recently came out. remember if he was a CIA agent. Yeah, former CIA agent.
With 1.2 million customers globally, we've provided
Comes out and he starts talking about the fact that the government's had these spaceships, kind of like what it's the guy that went on Joe Rogan's show, JRE. Oh dang, I'm gonna have to look him up real quick. Bob Lazar went on JRE, Joe Rogan's show, and he started talking about how he's seen and supposedly worked on 3 different aircrafts, and that they had like some type of anti-gravitational power system to generate power for the spaceships. And that when Rogan was talking to him, it was very hard to see that there was any lie. But again, the guy's been talking about it for 30, 40 years. But along with that, this new guy is talking about the same idea, concept, that we have spaceships, that we have the whole time. The government's been lying to us. This is insane, dude.
After that, I was sent to the Signal Training Center.
This is another guy.
Eastern United States.
6 months ago, I guess. Interesting. Let me see. Whistleblower. And see, U.S. Congress has been doing like what is it, committees looking into, like, for example, these spy balloons that have been popping up, quote unquote UFOs, unidentified flying objects, drones. Like, we don't know what type of technology other countries have stumbled upon, have created, invented, that we just don't know about yet, and vice versa. We don't know what the government, U.S. government, has that they just aren't telling us yet, along with UFOs possibly. Maybe that's how we got so much technology as far as games and phones and TVs, electronics, capacitors, motherboards, circuit boards. Maybe that's why we've advanced the way that we have. When you look at the movies show Star Trek, everything that was in that show from, I believe it's the 70s, is coming out or will be coming out soon. Replicators, cell phones, hologram decks. That's essentially virtual reality, if not, AI advanced technology. You got warp cores, which we're very close to creating, faster than light technology, supposedly. We're finding that a lot of our reality isn't the way that we used to think. Linear, scientists are saying, supposedly, past, present, future isn't that way. It all coexists at one time, and there's ways to manipulate it, alter it, with high amounts of power, increases in technology, etc. Things on that level. It's quite interesting. And so, with these UFOs, aliens, all this chatter coming out, is it that they're trying to distract us from something? Are they the ones that's going to cause it, and they're just getting us ready for the idea, the concept of it, slowly bringing it out so that we don't freak out when it does happen because they know? Or is it that they're going to create it? And it's really a huge distraction from something majorly going on. Who knows? They say supposedly once we started using nuclear technology during World War II, the atom bombs, is when UFOs started being seen. and the concept and the idea, propaganda of UFOs came into concept. Who knows? So next subject I wanted to hit on, talk about, everybody's seen, well, I haven't seen it yet. I actually need to watch it. I might watch that after this podcast, actually. I don't think about it. It is pretty late, though. Bert Krescher, in his new movie, The Machine. And now, I kind of have a hot take, and I want y'all to work with me with this idea, with this concept. But I've seen a couple interviews with him on Joe Rogan's show, and then where he's talking to other people on other podcasts. And we've all seen him talk about the story of the machine, how he got his idea, right? Well, in one of the podcasts he was recently on, I think it was Rogan's actually, he's talking about how in Russia their jokes aren't the same. They don't joke the same way. They don't understand or get metaphors. It's not in their language. And so when the actress he was talking to was being introduced to him, he says that she just didn't understand why they wanted to call him the machine. And he's laughing, and he's just like, well, you know, because that's my nickname, because when I was here, when I was younger, etc., etc. And she just didn't understand it, and she just basically had to go with it, like, oh, okay. And because in Russian, La Machina means car. So they just don't understand why they need to call him a car, why it's funny, why his nickname is the car. But if in that case, if that's the case, wouldn't that mean the original story of him going over there when he was in college be a lie? Because they don't joke that way. That's not a way that they joke. So how would he originally get his name when he first went over to Russia and supposedly robbed the train with the Russian mafia, and they started calling him the Machine? Because they don't joke that way. I don't know. I mean, I'm hearing that the movie didn't do that well. And I just find it really funny that this guy is essentially famous because he's Joe Rogan's right-hand man, and Rogan stumbled upon him when this dude was like an 8-year, 9-year senior in college, like just kept going, or freshman or something like that. Like he wasn't doing any good in college, and then was on the Travel Channel, and Rogan stumbled upon him, brought him on the show, and then he got basically famous from doing that and telling his story about being called the Machine. I hope it's not. But I mean, if you put all the pieces together and start seeing stuff, it's just, man, you know, guy's a really big alcoholic. It's kind of why Joe Rogan started Sober October on the show, to help Bert quit drinking so much for a month. And I mean, you look at this picture right here, look how, in a movie, just how big Bert is. I mean, I find some of his stuff funny, but then like the whole exaggerated laugh and how they've been exploiting it and using that to get more views because he knows doing that laugh will get views. I don't know, man. He's just starting to not be one of the comedians that I can really respect at all, especially with that idea or concept, you know. So, you guys let me know. Drop a comment. What do you think? So, Ukraine war is huge. getting, I wouldn't say worse, but it's becoming a little more active now that Ukraine is actually doing an offensive towards Russia. Displaced 17 million people since it started. 15,000 at least people are missing. At least 60,000 people non-fatal injuries. At least 62,295 deaths. $411 billion worth of damage since the start of the war. Man, that's crazy. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention or watching any of this. It's been quite the war to watch with drones, cell phones, YouTube videos, Twitch. Just how quickly stuff comes out, how much both sides are lying about it. And, you know, you'll see one side come out and say something, and then the other side contradicts it immediately. They're both spewing propaganda nonstop. It's really hard to grasp what in actuality is going on, except for the fact that there is a war going on and that a lot of people are being affected because of it. And Putin does not seem like he's letting down anytime soon. And we're sending more and more stuff. I really hope this doesn't turn into World War III. But the steady build up and the way everybody around the world is poisoning China, North Korea. You know, you're not really hearing much from India, and you're not really hearing much from the Middle East right now, though. It's quite interesting. At least in my regards, in my small little circle, I haven't heard too much about that. You guys can drop a comment, let me know on those fronts, India or the Middle East, what their involvement or what they're up to right now, things going on. If you're from over there, drop a comment. So yeah, that's just, you know, some things I wanted to hit on, you know, tap into, speak about. It's quite interesting, you know, the way this world works, the way our reality is, the way things change from year to year. Now it seems like from month to month with technology, how quick it advances with artificial intelligence, quantum mechanics, is drones. It's quite interesting, guys. But yeah, this Kaotic TV, life is chaotic. Much love. Hope you guys have a great night, day, whenever you're watching this. Be sure to like, follow, show some love. It really helps the page, really helps the podcast. I'll be trying to do these more active, talk about different stuff. If you got something you want me to talk about, you got anything to say, criticism, encouragement, how you think I could improve this, oh nah, this was really bad, don't even try this again, drop a comment. I'll read it, I'll comment back. Much love till next time.